Hey y'all, I am so glad you're here today. I chose a moon soap to do today because December 18th is my birthday!
What year?
Every year.
It's a Christmas morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and our birthdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for spending this time with us. It's a little rough to get people to help celebrate your birthday when it's 7 days before Christmas. But here you all are. Thank you for joining us. And if you happen to be here during the live premiere, why, join the live chat on YouTube and meet us and meet the Whiff Pack, an awesome group of folks hanging out from all over the world, and they would love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we would like to mention the Moon Soap's brush drop. But we can't because the 9 brushes they posted sold in 9 minutes, y'all.
When they say they're having a brush drop, do not dilly-dally.
Set a
They
timer.
mean business. And we actually got to help name one of them.
yeah.
The green one. Y'all, they are beautiful. They are here on the screen. Zach Kent turns these at Moon Soaps. He finds the wood locally sourced. It is amazing what his eye knows to look for. And look at these colors. The green, the purple.
Gorgeous.
Y'all, if I had had faster fingers, I would have been on that purple one. Unbelievable.
We just
And
missed it.
these are ours. This is the Hemingway. I love this. It is my only wood handle, and it is from a fallen tree that Zach found at one of his neighbor's houses.
And then I've got the wedge and it has some fun little colors in there along with those pretty beautiful coins. We are fans.
So when I want to shave like my grandpa, I grab my wooden shaving brush. It's amazing, and I love this knot. And it's kind of straddling the line between soft and backboney, and I love that.
Yes, that is exactly the way I would phrase it, actually. It has a nice, good feedback when you're still lathering in there.
So Zach, Melody, thank you for knowing how important handcrafted tools still are in this hobby. These are absolute art pieces, and I feel a little bit sad when I shave with them because I don't want to ruin them. And I am so excited because Melody herself helped me pick out this one for my birthday. And even though they are so kind to always send us these for free to review, I wanted to really support them this Christmas season, so we bought this one. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at moonsoaps.com.
Before anything was mixed into the pot, we knew what this soap needed to be. Huge amounts of tallow, like soap used to be. A deep, rich scent, complex and timeless. We wanted this to be an all-around amazing product. How it looks, how it smells, how it performs. Our anchor and our cornerstone supporting the rest of our line.
Y'all, I'm so excited because I have recently discovered Union from Zach's Nose. Melody did the other ones we have, but I love that both of them perfume their soaps, and they have very different foundations of what they look for in the base notes and the high notes. Melody's are a little bit sweeter and reminiscent of a mom. Zach's are a little bit more, well, old school and reminiscent of a working man's barbershop kind of thing. So I'm excited to add our second pure Zach soap to our line today, y'all. Let's unbox it.
Okay, here's the birthday gift for the birthday guy.
Y'all, Melody was a little bit mad when I actually bought this, and she's like, I'm going to put a couple other things in there for your birthday. It's your birthday! And I was like, I know, but for some reason, that's why I wanted to buy it. Y'all, you do such great work, and we love supporting our artisans whenever we can. Generally, when somebody sends us out a free soap to review, we immediately buy a couple more from them just to say thank you.
Something
She mentioned she was going to do a little something special for my birthday. So,
What did she
y'all,
do?
Let's see what we got.
Oh, you got a little note.
Yes, I got it. I love these notes from Melody, y'all. Dear Marcus, wishing you a very happy birthday. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and joy. We truly hope you enjoy this shave set. Warmest regards, Melody and Zach. Yeah, thanks, you guys. I will put this in a place of honor in our shave tent.
And a little sticker.
And we've got a little sticker from our Moon Soaps. There
And
we
a
go.
packing
And our-
slip, which is funny. That's how you know you did get
We
it.
actually did buy it. There's the receipt.
Okay.
Let's see what
show
we
our
got in
friends.
here. Y'all, look how Melody
All
packs
wrapped
these.
all
Are these
pretty.
not absolutely gorgeous? Oh, there are a couple of extra things in here. Wait a minute.
What
What
did
is
she do?
this? This is a bar soap. This is
Lady
Gray.
Gray.
Okay, hold on. Stop
Okay.
the presses. We
You get
need
a
to
double
smell this.
mention
Hold
today.
on. Let's see if there are scent notes. And from the bar soap page at moonsoaps.com.
Notes of strong black tea play on top of the light citrus scent of bergamot, while subtle hints of sweet peppermint swirl in the air.
Oh, hold on.
That's all you had to tell Marcus.
Let's see what we got going on here. You ready? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Hold on. There's even something beautifully masculine in here that the scent notes are not giving away. What do you get?
Oh.
Right?
Okay, yeah, that bergamot magic. Y'all need to look at how pretty and gorgeous this is. My goodness.
Character this brings in. Try to figure out this scent notes,
Sweet
what that is.
peppermint.
There's something in the light citrus. It's going to be a neroli. It's going to be something awesome.
But that whatever the tea leaves with the bergamot are, it's nice and
Love this.
wonderful.
And yes, the tea is very prominent,
It
actually, but
smells-
it's sitting in a beautiful balance.
I feel like I get a foggy day, like right by then, like by the ocean, kind of.
I'm going to put
Lady
this next
Grey,
to my
you know.
Octavia soap in the
Right?
cabinet. I'm not going to use these until I have a
That's
backup.
gotta
All
sit.
right, y'all, let's see what else we got going on. She threw in the splash or the foam. Let's see.
Something in here. Okay, let's see. And it's wrapped.
Look how they're wrapped, y'all. Of course, I try to save these little
You know, the
moonstone
little stickers are cute too.
First, look at the label in person. There it is.
Yeah.
Y'all, look
Classy.
at that. Oh, I love my little moonstones. Bottles lined up and are shaped, and they're so beautiful. And here comes the leading player. Let's see what we got. Again, wrapped up for your protection.
Oh,
6 ounces of tallow soap, and let's do perfect friends.
it's got
y'all.
that weight to it.
All right, happy birthday to me. It's time for a first impression. I actually used to like it when my cousins or my sister would know what I was getting for my birthday, and they would give me hints. So I'm going to have you go
sure?
first so I can ask you some questions and you can give me some hints. Are you ready?
No, I am not ready.
All right, take it in. Let's see what you got.
I really tried not to look at any of the scent notes,
I
and
didn't
even
either.
you just kind of, I know, ordered
Right.
it. I'm like, I'm not even
Well,
gonna look.
Full disclosure, I saw tobacco, but that's all I know.
Okay.
That's all I know.
I know old school, like a lot of the birthday ones have been fun, kind of throwbacks to like kind of the more childlike things.
And old school. I'm not in my 20s anymore, folks. I hate
guess
to break it
not.
to you.
I feel like it's just gonna have a cool classic vibe to it. I'm not sure if it's more the classic aftershaves. I don't think so.
I asked her if it was an homage to anything, and she said no. This is
Okay.
their own thing, beginning to end, but reminiscent of the old days.
All right, we all like
So
to
hey,
back every
let's
once
take
in a while.
it in, right? Here we go.
Okay, here's the pour for those who like to see. All right, I hope I can do good
Take it in.
describing this. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I like old school for the name. I get it now, and it has a gentle, brisk, clean.
Brisk.
Like, I don't know how, but it's that chill, like cooler morning kind of
Right.
vibe. It has a little citrusy-esque to it.
Right.
It has some spices, but nothing that's making it dark to me.
Ah, gotcha.
So it's like a day breaking to me somehow. Like there's something hopeful about the day. Like there's nicer, brighter. I don't want to say pretty because it does have a little masculine-esque.
Sure.
But I would totally rock this too. I feel like where Union was more masculine for
Right.
sure. This is more approaching that midline.
Well, I was going to say, Union being the other one of Zach's nose that we know already. How are they related? How are they the same?
Oh, I think they're the totally kind of different types
Gotcha.
of masculine
Because
somehow.
Union for us was kind of the working man's barbershop.
Yeah.
You even got a sense of motor oil somehow
Right.
in there. Beautiful.
Like I felt
rich
like I was
spices.
in the garage
Yeah,
hanging out with
right.
whoever that dude was.
Right.
This is more like just put together.
Oh.
It's a very crowd pleasing scent.
Nice. Is it cologne-y?
Not necessarily.
Gotcha.
I would say it's more approaching an aftershave like potency side. Like it's not more that cologne. I don't want to say over perfumed, but some of the cologne stuff has so many scent notes in there that you're like, hold on, I don't even know where I'm at. This one has that fun, I don't want to say simple, but gentle approach. Like whatever your nose wants to get, there's nothing that's going to bombard you. Like
Right.
they are all friends in the tub here. They are all working together.
Nice. Now, thanks to your grandpa and Douglas and Fran, we have become experts on the old aftershaves of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Do you get a sense of that in there?
I want to say no.
Oh,
I want to say it's its own vibe.
right.
Like if I had a hard time deciding what I wanted,
Yes.
if I just wanted to smell good, if I just wanted a gentle little hug and nudge and know I put time into myself without having to have a certain scent lane I had to be stuck in, I almost think I'd go towards something like this.
Is this a vibe?
I think so. I think if I wanted to shave like the original Wet Shavers did,
Right.
like this is why old school is a good title. Like it
Nice.
fits in that. Like not that I can smell the tallow, but I can smell how clean
Right.
it's gonna make me be.
So are there any actual scent notes jumping out at you? Can you tell what some of these ingredients might be?
I feel like where you're on the mission to find a Marcus clean scent,
Right.
it might be in that category.
Nice.
Like, I don't want to say it smells soapy.
No.
But it smells like what I want to say soap should smell like. Like, it has just that overall clean, I have put time into scrubbing all the things.
Right.
Like, there's something about walking out of the shower and having a good shave that leaves you feeling smelling good and clean. I don't know how that can come into scent notes. I'm having a hard time pulling what those are.
Right.
Like, I think there's like an herby side,
Right.
not a spice as well. I mean, I think there's spices too,
Yeah.
but there's a gentle herb happening. I don't think it's like a eucalyptus, but I feel like it's like a sage or something like that.
Right.
Like, there's something that is approaching a green, but not in your face. And then I feel like there's something in the back that has just a little gentleman's kind of a nudge to it,
Right.
but nothing to put me in a way that I have to tell you what that is.
Right. Y'all, I am on a quest to find the ultimate Marcus clean scent so that when I walk past somebody, it's just something that might be clean laundry, something that might be hair pomade, something that might be cologne, something that might be all of them mixed together. That's kind of what I'm looking for because some of my favorite guys smell like that. So is this maybe
It
kind
is
of in
so
that?
that. And you're about to be on stage for the first time since we've had a lot of this wet shaving
Right,
stuff in
right.
our house. And it's hard to pick what you could wear to something that's an important thing.
True.
But I feel like this is kind of that clean scent without being too cologne-y, in your face about it. So your friends would be welcome to have this on stage.
If you wear anything too strong in rehearsals, you get a talking to because it can bother some people. But yeah, I'm looking for the perfect lighter sense to just be able to have a nice clean sense without it being too bossy, if you know what I mean.
So straight off the puck, I would say that this could be stage friendly, if that's a good thing to say.
There you go. All right, pass it over.
Is it-
Because
is it
generally the
time?
stage does not smell that good. Y'all, those costumes have
sweaty.
generally not been washed as often
But
as
see
they should.
if that whiff could put you in the right lane. I feel like I tried to do my best to explain it, but I want you to get your nose on this.
So excited, y'all. These are my favorites.
Old school whiff. Here we go.
Oh, you are right. It's a lovely light intensity, but I think it has to be because of how it's playing with things that could be very bold and very light at the same time. And they're playing in here unlike I have smelled Inner Balance before. Wow, hold on. Whoa. They've created a sense of being soapy without it being soapy. Without
Yes.
it. Whoa. And it's scent notes that I know, but they are like sent through a Norman Rockwell filter. So they've got some kind of like classic Americana vibe to them going on.
Right? Like a 50s, 40s, like what their soap would kind of smell like.
Right, because I know this is tobacco, but I've not quite ever smelled it in this character before. And then something's been done to the herbs and spices in here that's giving them that beautiful classic sweetness that you'd find in a 40s or 50s aftershave, but it doesn't have that syrupy sweetness that always accompanies them.
Yeah.
It's like giving them their own classic bracing personalities, well, like you said at the very beginning, without having the other parts of those aftershaves that drag you back in time. Like taking the classic parts of those aftershaves and modernizing them. It's fantastic. My inner child is telling me this is a bubble bath, and my inner executive is telling me this is a cologne for a business meeting. And it's all here together.
So you know when we first smelled like the old salty Swedish soaps, like
Right.
that
the
is
bath
their
soap from
standard.
Sweden, Bjorn's bath soap.
Yeah, there's something about this that if I could say like an Americana version, it would kind of be
Right.
like this.
Right.
It's such a classic scent. Somehow it throws us back to something like that.
The American sense of clean.
Yeah.
Going back to the 40s.
There you go.
That's what this is. And y'all, this is my KUN bowl from the KUN workshop. I'm going to build a lather in this, and look how beautiful this soap is. Look right back
nice.
to my stick. Now, I have been shaving with the Moon Soaps lathers for a while now, and the best part about them, if you have a Henson razor and you are on the newbie side of things like I was, some of those lathers will clog your razor. You'll be dragging it down your face and nothing's happening, and you'll get a little bit confused and discouraged. But I bring you glad tidings of great joy. There are certain artisans who make soaps that are absolutely gorgeous, thick, sticky, foamy, cushiony, and at exactly the right consistency in the lather to not clog your razors. And Moon Soaps, joyfully, is one of those artisans. So this is how we build our lathers here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the patented vertical bloom. We're going to wet the soap and then let the water run down to the bottom of the bowl. And then we're going to take our dry brush bristles and just start to load that soap up onto the bottom of the bowl.
Making
Why don't
me
you
do
do
it?
the honors today.
Oh, cool.
I will watch for my birthday. She's going to go forwards. She's going to go backwards. She's going to push down so she can feel a bit of the backbone. And then once those bristles have had a firm handshake with the soap, she's going to turn the brush. Patented Barbershop Duet move. Now they've got a different orientation against that soap. She's going to go forwards, backwards, push down a little bit, and then why not? Turn the brush. New orientation is going to start to make a little spirograph pattern on the bottom of the bowl, and all of that soap is going to start to make its way onto the bristles. Once you got about 80% of that soap in between the bristles of that brush, it is time to slowly, carefully, because this is the part that is dangerous for the dog, go down to the water and let it get sopped up onto the bristles like a sponge. Now, ladies, you are either ready for the best leg lather of your life, or gents, take that brush right to the face. If you want to do the rest in the bowl like we do, this is where you start. Those bubbles are going to start as big, and then they're going to start getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until that brush is actually getting some feedback in the bowl, because you're now stirring something that's on its way to actual butter. And seeing as how this is my Hemingway brush, this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Old Man and the Sea Whiff on 3, 1, 2...
Oh.
Hold on. This is 10 times what's happening in here.
Okay.
This.
It needed water,
needed
y'all.
water. We're going to do this more ceremoniously. You take that.
Oh.
Is that wild?
Yes. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, my.
But there's almost like a masculine floral that could be in here
Yes,
too.
yes. And something sandy, something bracing on the other side, something earthy.
I know we don't really talk about lather, y'all, but my goodness.
Are you kidding me? It looks like Tom Hulce's wig from Amadeus. This is unbelievable. And you know, a little bit more of a cousin to Union now that we put the water in. I can really tell there's something in the citrus that's binding them. A little bit something in the grassiness that's the same. It's beautiful.
And where like Union goes like 2 floors down, like there's that depth. This one still goes like 1 floor.
Yeah.
Too. But it does have a little more depth now in the lather.
Nothing
for sure.
too crazy. But you know, we might find some mysteries and wonders when we go back to look at these scent notes. All right, y'all, so back to the sales page at moonsoaps.com.
Notes of tobacco play on top of vetiver, leather, mahogany, and sweet vanilla. A manly and truly old school fragrance.
Y'all, let's go back to the top. I know that Melody's nose does not like fresh cut grass.
Yep.
So when you hear vetiver in this, it's the other side of it. It's the gray vetiver. It's the Tom Ford kind of a thing going on. It's a beautiful, sweet, inviting vetiver. And let's talk about the tobacco for a second. How are you sensing that?
Okay, now, and it's actually funny because now that I read the leather and mahogany, I think my brain was getting more the mahogany first.
Right.
So let me see if I can go back to the tobacco side.
I almost get it as a subtle smoke from the end of a cigar rather than a cured tobacco leaf. Does that make sense? There's something beautiful, subtly smoky in this.
And it's not enough to make it too green. It's just enough to hint at the type of gentlemanly spice.
Right. And then the leather is just a very subtle wisp of like a saddle leather, but a new saddle. We have a Western wear store here in town, and you get this beautiful, warm sense of leather when you walk in, and it smells new. I don't know how, but it's beautiful. That is kind of what I get in this. And then sweet vanilla. Yeah. I love how that's being the sweet. There's no sugar in this.
No.
The vanilla's subtle character is what's sweetening this up, and it's fabulous.
And again, just keeping it from getting too dark. Like it's keeping it in that almost mid-zone in such a nice, gentle way.
And like you said, the tobacco and the mahogany in here are going back and forth, which is going to tell you something important about the tobacco. Imagine mahogany. Think Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
This is going to be something that pulls against it in a way that doesn't go too light, doesn't go too dark, stays in the mahogany character of the tobacco, which just sort of spices them both up a little bit in a beautiful way.
I'm actually really excited to get our noses on the splash soon because I think how those dry down might have a new different way for us to see how they connect together.
And, you know, you can't just dangle that in front of me and not expect me to go for that immediately. Let's take this along.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm sensing a little more melody in this splash. I think Zach's in the soap, and I think both of them are beautifully here in the splash. Let's see what we get here.
Okay.
Oh, I do get a tiny bit of an aftershave from the 40s or 50s. It's not one you recognize.
No.
They've invented a new one, but it goes away as it dries down. So you still get that beautiful 40s, well, old school aftershave hit, and then it sort of becomes modern as it's drying.
Wow, and I'm almost getting something that could approach a mint. It's not.
Yes.
But the way that the vetiver tobacco kind of side meets with the leather mahogany vanilla, like it almost could be approaching a type
I'm with you,
of
and it's like a
mint.
spearmint. It's not a peppermint.
Right.
It's like a softer mint underneath the surface.
Yeah.
And something greeny that's meeting with it. That spearmint is opening the door to sort of a rose stem.
Maybe that's how the vetiver is being used. It's not the grassy kind of vetiver.
And just that rose stem from like the Queen of Hearts. Are you getting that? It's kind of in this beautifully. Y'all, as my brain starts to understand this, I think it's putting two sort of schools together. The old school and the new school. But I think that's what's brilliant because I'm sensing these ingredients as if I might as my grandfather in his Gillette aftershaves. But then as soon as my brain starts to really take them in and discover them, they sort of change or they're met with another character that brings them into the modern age because I'm getting wisps of things that Creed does in this. I'm getting wisps of what Gillette does in this. I'm getting wisps of Tom Ford in the vetiver, and I'm bringing it all the way into like what Killian is doing now. So it's almost like a world tour of the best of what the fragrance world has figured out, and it takes you on a decade by decade journey as it does it. It starts in the 40s and it ends now.
It's a great actual one that you did for your birthday because I feel like it does. It really is like just that calm moment of just pausing and enjoying little snapshots and clips through life that got us from old school to now.
Yeah, I think it was my generation that invented the words old school in their current meaning because we did need a way to throw back to our grandparents that would have some understanding that we were talking about OGs, not just old people. There's some wisdom there. You have seen things.
Yep.
That's why I love that they named it this because it takes you all the way through.
It's not like how vintage has a weird word now that you're like, ooh, things that I had are now considered vintage. That's weird. Old school is old school.
And I love that Zach and Melody have their own characters in these soaps. I would absolutely know Zach's nose in this the same way that it's in Union. And they're about 25% the same for me, which I love. Union's more after that long day of work in the garage, and this is more after that fun day out on a boat on the bay. And they both have that calming quality to help you celebrate either one.
And we recently have been talking about like our crowd-pleasing scent. Right. And this one I feel like is off the chart.
Oh, dude. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put this?
Like 11? So I know Marcus has been bugging Melody and Zach to make an EDP of Warmest Regards for a long time. But I might want to request one in this, just saying.
Y'all, I don't speak for the community that often, but Moon Soaps, I'm pretty sure everybody would be on board with your EDPs. And send an email here to Moon Soaps. Mention Marcus wants EDP. I think Union is like a working man scent, and Old School is somehow Zach's dad's scent. Because this just smells like a cool dad, doesn't it?
Or like, just putting some thought into your outfit, like, oh, we're going to the kids' performance tonight. Let's put it, instead of Union, like the everyday sense. This is like, a little more
This is
dressy
not the dad that smells like Arco.
No. There's a friendly, fun, loving side to this. Like, you want to give this dude a hug immediately.
There's a celebratory feeling to this, which is why I'm especially glad to have it here for my birthday.
Does it smell any different on me? Like more feminine? The sweet vanilla?
Yeah, call me crazy, but they always smell different on her. They always smell more feminine on her, which Douglas Smythe tells us is always going to happen.
Last ingredient.
But I didn't think it'd be that prominent, that the scents would be so much more beautiful and feminine on you and so much more garlicky and fishy on me. The birth control pill was fairly new in 1975, and my mom thought she was on it. She had no idea that she was pregnant with me.
Oh, no.
Until she was 4 months in.
Wow.
And I was 2 months premature.
Oopsie.
So she only really knew she was pregnant for like a matter of weeks.
That's rough.
And y'all, when this poor embalmer and his wife showed up with their brand new kid at Children's Hospital of Oakland, California, and they had no money, that hospital asked no questions. They admitted me, they saved my life, and they didn't charge us anything. For years after, my mom was a member of the Acorn branches and raised tens of thousands of dollars to that hospital to pay them back. So a shout out to UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital of Oakland, California, who are still there and who you still see every time you ride BART past them. You guys are still doing incredible work. And there are a lot of poor kids who are surviving because of you who never would have been able to do that otherwise. Y'all, thank you for helping my family get there. So head over to moonsoaps.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Old School. What a fabulous foundation for their line. It has all of Zach's masculine herbiness and all of Melody's momness and sweetness and earthiness. What a fantastic soap for a newbie who's looking to start exploring the Moon Soaps line. And y'all, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Rolls Royce of shaving soaps. They will not clog your razor, and yet they are the most beautiful, slick, functional, cushiony soaps you could imagine. You may want to try one for yourself someday. Thank you, Zach and Melody, for making this a happy birthday.
Welcome to Messages!
Hey y'all, so in honor of my birthday, we're gonna have a very special trivia giveaway contest. Next week, I'm gonna be starring in a concert version of a musical out here in California. Can you name that musical? And I will give you a hint. It is the very first Broadway musical produced by Disney Theatricals. It starred Susan Egan and Terrence Mann. And the first one to put the name here in the comments of our live premiere will win a bar of Moon Soap sent out to you in honor of my birthday. Best of luck, everybody.
Yeah, get your fingers ready.
I love how Melody and Zach's noses are so different in the creation of these moon soaps, but they are equally intriguing, charming, and beautiful.
And every single one from them is like they start from the ground up and it's its own scent, but it still has their thumbprint somehow.
That's a really important distinction. I would never know from one to the other that they were moon soaps except for their charm.
Yeah.
Is that funny?
It's true. I feel like as soon as you get a whiff, it's almost like I feel like we've met them. It just has their vibe in there somehow.
And I had to show you this, y'all. This is one of the coolest birthday presents I ever got. This is from the Pixar Studios here in Emeryville. It was released when Monsters University was, like the XXXL, and it comes with 4 arms. They said to put socks in these and tuck them in the pocket here so it looks like you have 4 arms in your monster.
Birthday fun. Yep. Why not? You know.
So even though I spent my birthday money on the soap, Melody, thank you so much for throwing in the splash and the bar soap and making this birthday extra special. Wow, we have 7 moon soaps now, y'all.
Oh no, we gotta wait for those last 2. We gotta make them last because it's coming up close. But I do have to say, I love all the birthday soaps that you picked this year. It's so fun to see, like the fun little vibe we've got going on.
If you've been with us all day, boy, what an adventure we have had. Thank you, Moon Soaps 345 and Noble Otter, for making my birthday so much fun this year. Boy, these soaps were right up my alley, and for such different reasons.
Right, and we're gonna smell them all year long.
It was like I had a bowl of cereal and then a trip to the carnival and then a little old school cologne to make sure I was taken care of for the night. Boy, this is awesome. Moon Soap, Zach and Melody, thank you not only for being one of the most amazing and well-respected artisans in this entire community, but for being 2 of our best friends and 2 of the most awesome people we have met so far. Thank you for this.
We will meet you eventually. We promise. It's gonna happen.
They're coming to the wedding, folks. It's gonna happen.
Thank you all for spending birthday fun with us today. And don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Oh, it's Christmassy. You'll smell better just watching it.